This is your beloved Minister Austin Smith with ZMR Radio on the Wake Up Call. Wake up. Wake up. It's high time. All right. We do always rise, giving all the kabod and kabod, which is the glory and the honor to the Most High Yah through His Son, Yahusha HaMashiach, who died and ransomed Himself for our transgression that we might take on life. Truly grateful and thankful for everybody here, all those who will watch later on. I appreciate you being able to lend me a little bit of time and lend me your ear. Y'all willing, I won't be before you long because Kev doesn't let us. So one of y'all go ahead and pick me up at Romans 15:4. And Kev, don't cut that out of the video. Listen to the book.
For whatever Nikatab before, Nikatab Talamidas, so that through endurance and through the Nakum of the Ketubim,
Through comfort of the Ketubim,
we might have Tikva.
we might have tikva. And that's the whole purpose of, we read it. For those who, might be kind of watching us for the first time, that's something that we deliberately read all the time. I know it might seem like, why y'all keep going there, but it's because it's an established foundation. And it gives us a purpose, and it kind of declares ahead of time why it is that we do what we do, to try to get that your calling, get that tikva, get that connection, get that endurance through the word. And that's the purpose of why the word came. Lee, get me Romans chapter 5 and verse 1. One of the things that our preacher recently was preaching, I think on Wednesday, he was talking about how we really take into conception of, or the knowledge of, how we are a slave to Yahuwah and what that really entails. And that thing really sat with me. I know I had kind of touched on it before in one of my earlier videos. I talked about it, but nonetheless, listen to the book. Let's see what we got.
Therefore, after we were justified in Amunah, we have Shalom with Elohim through our Adon Yahushua HaMashiach, in whose hand we found in Amunah also the introduction of this Kasid, in which we stand and we exult in the Yakal of the Kabod of Elohim, and not the more, but that we exult in tribulations, because we know that the tribulation brings about endurance.
And that's the whole thing. Even when we just read it in Romans 15:4 about that endurance. One of the things that also comes to give us endurance is experience. When situations happen, a lot of times we look at situations when situations happen, and situations that make us falter, situations that make us faint, because we'll feel like, why me? Why me, oh Yah? Why? I've done all these things I'm doing. I'm trying to live right. Why are you having so many things to come against me? And the reality of that is everything that happened for a purpose. Even to us being into the captivity of sin, us falling into the captivity of sin, all led to giving a reason for Yahusha to come. Come on.
And endurance about steadfastness in experience, and steadfastness in experience about Yakal. And Yakal does not disappoint.
So even right there, what it says in the King James says, doesn't make hope, making not ashamed. Right. But the reality, when it says right there, that doesn't disappoint. That's because I've created a familiarity through the situations, through the things that I go through the troubles that I go through. It's giving me a expectation. I expect a certain reaction when I'm calling on Yahuwah. Even when we look at in the book of U'Allah Shemut, and they were in the captivity of the Mizrites. And why did Yahuwah come and give them deliverance? Because they cried out. So the thing is had they not been into the situation of feeling like they needed to cry out, would He have come to save them? It would have been no purpose of Yahuwah coming in to grant a deliverance if they didn't feel like, I don't like this situation, I desire something else. So the thing is, when situations happen to us, when we have troubles, when we have sicknesses, when we have times where we feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation, that's all for us to call on Yahuwah. All of those things are driving us and trying to push us towards the one that can grant and give us the deliverance. Come on.
And Yakal does not disappoint, because the Ahaba of Elohim has been poured out within our law through the Ruach HaKadosh, who was given to us. For while we were still weak, at the due time the Mashiach moot for the Rosha. No Ish would moot soon for a Sadiq one, but it is possible that his Lord may be willing to moot for the Tube Ish. By this, Elohim demonstrates his Ahab for us, that we were yet Kataim, Mashiach Mut for us.
And that's the thing. When you really look at that, really take the time to really think about what he just said. I know sometimes it can be kind of confusing when you look at it in different translations. Sometimes some things the King James version are kind of read in a way that's more smoother, or especially if it's more familiar to you, it's easier to kind of understand it. But what he's really telling us right there is when we were in our worst condition, when we were in our worst situation, he sent forth his son, Yahusha, to redeem us, to grant us a different estate. And the thing is, when he goes on and he says, pre-adventure want to die for a righteous man. That's a good man, a man that's doing right. Pre-adventure, somebody to die for him. But what about the Rosha man, the wicked man, the one that's been doing wrong? Why would I give myself to somebody who is living an undesirable life? What is it that any of us have done while we're in this captivity of sin to make him say, I want to save you? Nothing. Because the thing is when we go and commit sin, we're literally doing the opposite of what he told us to do. And the thing is we didn't just do that when we didn't know. We did that when we did know. Just like if you look at Adam and Ka'ur, what happened in the 3rd chapter? What did they tell him? He said, did I not tell you? The thing is you knew what it was that you weren't supposed to do, but yet and still, you still allowed yourself to fall into the captivity of sin. And that's the same thing that happened with the word. A lot of people, they're hearing it, and they're like, I really enjoy it, and I want to come, I want to come down. I want to fellowship. I want to come down. I want to join. I want to gain access to live streaming. To do what? To continue in sin? The thing is once you come to the point of, okay, I know I'm wrong. That's one thing. But then to continue to do wrong, at that point, justifiably, I'm deserving of a worse punishment. Yeah. The thing is when you look at a babe, when I'm rearing up a child, when they get to a certain age, they might start to do things that are dangerous, and you might pop the hand. Okay, that's teaching them, don't do this because this gets me a pop, and I don't like the way that feels, so I'm not going to do it anymore. So then when that child gets a little bit older and they're continuing to do the same things that I was giving you a little pop for, now because you have a greater level of knowledge, I had to give you a greater punishment. And so the thing is that child can say, well, how can you tell me you love me? And you keep popping me, you keep whooping me. Okay, well, why am I whooping you? Because you're doing something that's dangerous and detrimental to your life and to your health. So now, is it that I hate you, or is it that I love you so much that I'm chastising you so you don't continue to do the same things that keeps putting your life in jeopardy? That's the whole purpose of why the word came. And that's why situations come, so that way it can turn you from your wrong and turn you right. That's why we reading that Romans 15:4, that's giving us a knowledge and an understanding. But the thing is if you don't get those elementary principles, that when we try to go further, or when he tries to teach you further through situations and things that happen in your life, you don't even take the time to understand what's happening, because I never got that foundational principle. Come on, Lee.
Now that we have been justified by his dam, on the one much more that we shall be saved from the wrath through him. For behold, we have given to Elohim through the moot of his being, because we were the enemies, even though we shall be saved now by his Kai. After that, we have been reconciled.
That's the thing with every one of us. When we're hearing the word and we're doing something contrary, we're putting ourselves to become enemies with Elohim, to become enemies with the Most High. But through Yahusha, through the word that he's given us a chance to take on life, to take on freedom. Come on.
And nothing more, but we who are boasting in Elohim, in the hand of our Adon, Yahushua HaMashiach, in whom we now have the desire. Therefore, when through one Ish, Katah came to the Elam, and Mut was in the result of Katah, and so Mut passed over all Beni of Anashim, because that they all Katah.
So that right there, he's telling us exactly how we got into this situation. Right. One man's sin led to us all falling into sin, because we all have followed that same pattern. That one man, he didn't just do something and make a mistake. I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I still did it. And that's the same thing that we all continue to fall in. That's why he told us that everyone was going to be taught, because the thing is, you're not going to be able to say, well, I didn't know. You know now. So now that you know, that gives you a level of responsibility. They told you in Spider-Man, they said with great power comes great responsibility. Exactly. So what is it when I'm getting the word? That's giving me power. So now that I have that power, I have a greater level of responsibility. For those at home, that brother Tim, we going places, okay? But anyway, when I hear the word and it's giving me information, I have a greater level of responsibility. So that means now, what is he gonna have to do then, Jahi? And now that I have a greater level of responsibility, so I've grown. I'm an adult now. So what's gonna happen when I make bad decisions, Jahi? He's going to have to give me a greater level of punishment because I'm responsible for what it is that I've been taught. What is the value of me getting the word if I'm not going to use it? Why am I going to keep getting the word? Why am I going to keep hearing if I'm not going to use these things as tools to obtain eternal life? Come on.
For before the Torah was given, Kata was already in the Olam. But Kata is not accounted when there is no Torah. Although, according to this, Mut reigned from Adam until Musha, even over those who had not Kata in the likeness of the transgression of Adam, which is in his image of him who is to come. But the gift is not like the trespass, for behold, in one trespass the many Mut, much more that the Kaseed of Elohim and his gift was multiplied for many by the Kaseed of the one Ish, Yahushua HaMashiach.
That one man that came forth later on to show us a new and a better way. He came through to give us life. So now all we have to do is follow the patterns that's been set by Yahusha because he lived perfectly. That's why, get me Yochanan chapter 5 and 30. One of the things the preacher also taught on Wednesday, he was telling us about how Yahusha came through and he became the author of eternal salvation. Right. And the thing is, we were talking on the phone, that thing brought me down to tears. I'm telling you. The thing is people don't even realize how much of the word just kind of comes in and connect with each other. And the way that he'll allow things to happen, and when he shows it to you, it really gets you to the point where you should be more grateful, more so for the fact of it was already there. Right, so everything that's written in the Word, we're not getting new writings. There's no new scriptures being written. We're living epistles, but there's no new scriptures being written. So everything that we have to live by is already set forth in the Word. So the thing is when I don't see it, is it because it's not there? It's because He just didn't show it to me. So now when I see that He's showing me these things, that should give you a greater level of gratitude for the fact of you could have left me where I was at because the Word was there. You just didn't see fit for me to see it.
Right.
Come on. That Yochanan 5 and 30. Give me 8 and 30. Listen.
And it came to pass, when he spoke this, many among in him. Yahushua said to the Yahudim, who among in him, if you Amat stay in Ma'atbar, you are the Talmudim Amine. You shall da'ath the Amat, and the Amat shall bring you out to freedom.
So the thing is, in order for them to really be able to consider what it is that he had just told them, they would have had to first realize their estate. So that's the thing. When you're hearing the word, though the word might come and it might prick you, unless you are understanding of where it is your position is, then it's of no value. Because the thing is if you came in to deliver me, right? I'll give you another example, just a little bit quicker. What good is it for me to just walk around with a lifeguard? There's no water around. So the lifeguard is of no value. Now, granted, the lifeguard has a value because they can save a man that's drowning. But for me, if I'm not even near the body of water, then what good is it for me? That's the same thing that happened with Yahusha. What good is it of Yahusha if you don't even realize the fact that you drowning and you need a lifeguard to save your life? Come on. Because they didn't know they were drowning, so let's see what they said. Come on.
They answered him, we are the offspring of Abraham, and in our Yamim we have never been enslaved to anyone.
They said, what good is that, Yahusha? Because we the offspring. So guess what? We don't even have no water around. What good is it? What good is this lifeguard for me? Right. And ain't no water here. I'm not even. Not only is there no water around, but I'm not even in the water. So the thing is yes, captivity is out here, but I don't even feel like I'm one of them. I don't even feel like I've fallen into captivity. So what good is this lifeguard? But what did he tell them?
Why do you say you shall become bani of freedom? Yahushua answered them.
When he told. They asked him, they said, why do you say we shall become? Because that means if we shall become the sons of freedom, that means that we aren't now. Right. So what they realized, they said, well, hold on now. You trying to tell me I'm drowning? You trying to tell me I need you? So you trying to tell me that I'm not in the condition, in the state that I thought I was in? Right. Let's see what he told them.
Yahushua answered them.
He answered them.
Aman, I say to you.
Of a truth, I say unto you.
Anyone who commits kata.
Anyone that commits kata.
Is the abad of kata.
Anybody that's committing sin, you are drowning in sin. You are captive to sin. Sin has holding you down, and that's drowning you. And guess what that sin going to do? If you don't get deliverance, guess what it's going to do? It's going to overtake you, and you're going to die. Now, I like the fact that you chose that word, because even when we read before, probably a few times ago now, it told you about the light. When the light came into the world, you know what it told you that the darkness couldn't do? It and the King James Version told you comprehended not. In the Beth Mashiach, it told you that the darkness didn't overtake it. So that's the thing. We have to stop allowing the sin to take captivity of us and overtaking us. We have to break free. Use the help that I came to give you through the word. That the same thing Yahusha tell them is the same thing that we always talk about. We read Romans 15:4. The things that were written aforetime came forth to help us. Those things came forth to give us information and instruction to change our state from being the sons and being the slaves of sin to becoming the Benim of Elohim, which is the sons of Elohim, and taking on life. Come on.
Now, the Abad does not reside in the Beth alone. The being shall reside alone. So if the being makes you Beni of freedom, you shall Aman be free.
So the whole thing he's telling them right here. Get me that's Abarim chapter 5 and 38. But what he was telling them right there, he said, if you believe on the Ben, he gonna make you sons of freedom. So that's the whole point of us having that lifeguard. He is guarding our lives. He's guarding our Ruach lives, our spiritual man. Come on, Lee.
It's not 38.
What's the last verse?
14.
Give me verse 8.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
Although he was a Ben, yet learn his answer is to Shama. And after that, being made Tamim, he became the author of Alam Yeshua unto all those obeying him. Kara to him of Elohim a
One more
Rosh.
second. You said that he did what? He did what, Lee?
And after that, being made Tamim, he became the author of Alam Yeshua unto all those obeying him.
So that means, who did he become the author of Alam?
Those obeying.
To those obeying him. So that's the same reason why Yahusha just told you, if you continue in my word, then you my Talmudim indeed, you should know the Amat, and you should know the truth, and the truth should bring you out to freedom. So the thing is it's all about a continuation. But the problem is, a lot of us, we hear the word, and we'll say, okay, I'm good for a minute, and then we'll go back out, and then we'll wonder, why is it not working for me? Well, let me see. Why would it work for you if the whole point of it was a continuation? Yahusha told, if you continue on my word. So the thing is it's just like this right here. If I have a tool, but I don't use it the way I'm been instructed to use it, then to me it looks like it doesn't work. No, I just don't. I'm just not using it right. So the whole point of the word works. You just got to use it right. Come on, Lee.
Kara to him of Elohim a Rosh Kohan according to the order of Malak Sadiq, concerning whom we have much to say, and it is hard to explain to you in the Debar, since your ears are heavy. For under which is according to many Yamim, you deserve to be teachers. Now you are glad that you return, and they shall teach you the first principles of the Dabarim of Elohim.
And in the King James Version tell you desire to be teachers. That's the thing. We always the desire to have this new and higher estate. But the thing is that you don't even realize the fact that you're insufficient. You haven't even obtained the foundational things. So it's just like if I'm building a house, what good is it what good is it for me to put up a roof if I haven't even established the body of the house? It not only do I not have a foundation, I don't even have walls to sit the roof onto. So is it a problem with the roof? No, it's a problem with the fact that I haven't started off with the foundational things. I have to first get the foundation before I can move on and start getting the greater thing. That's the whole purpose of why the word came. And even if you look at it, guess what would have happened if Adam and Korah had never sinned? He wouldn't have came. That's exactly right, Lee. He wouldn't have came. So the thing is there had to come in. We were reading earlier. That one man had to sin, all to give a reason for him to send Yahusha. Get me Matthew 1 and 20. The thing is there had to be a reason for him to send a Savior. So the thing is, just like we made the example earlier with the lifeguard, and we talked about why I'm not walking around with a lifeguard, because there's no water here, and I'm not drowning, so the lifeguard has no value to me. So the thing is the reason why we had to be in that condition of find ourselves falling captive to sin is to give us a reason and a condition for Yahusha to come back and give us deliverance. Come on, give me that Matthew 1 and 20.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
He was thinking this the rock, but behold, a Malachi of Yahuwah appeared to him in a kalam, saying, Yosef ben of Daud.
Matter of fact, hold on a second. What's a Malachi, Lee? That's a messenger. A messenger came forth to him. So he was thinking one thing, but a messenger came forth to tell him something different. Guess what? You thinking something, but he done sent the messenger to tell you something different.
right.
Come on.
Do not be Yara to make Marim your Asha.
Don't be fearful to make that woman your wife now. You could take her.
For what has been formed within her is from the Ruach HaKodesh.
It's from the Ruach HaKodesh.
And she is giving birth to a being, and you shall call her his Shem, Yahushua.
What's you going to call his name?
Yahushua.
Yahushua, okay.
For-
It's still a good name to y'all? Okay, still not a good name to me. But let's see, why would he call him Yahusha?
For he shall save his arm from their kataim.
He gonna do what, Chris?
Save his arm from their kataim.
But they told you in the 8th chapter, they said they weren't never captive to no man. So what are they gonna call him?
Yahushua. For he shall save his arm from their kataim.
That's the whole purpose of why he came. So the thing is, even in his name, he told you why he came to deliver you. Because the thing is you a slave and you captive to sin. So I'm sending Yahusha to come forth to bring you deliverance. Because the thing is if you had never taken on deliverance, it would have been no need for a Yahusha to be sent. So even to the same degree of why situations happen in your life, guess why situations happen? So you can see that Yahuwah is a deliverer, that Yahuwah can heal you. So the thing is, even we had a song one time, and Carrie said, how could you say he's a healer and you ain't never bled? Yeah. How you going to, what they kept saying, he said, thus say Yahuwah, my who? Your redeemer. So the thing is, if it wasn't for the sake of me first falling into the state of needing to be redeemed, how can I ever testify and say that he my redeemer? Good. How can I ever testify and say he my healer, he my savior, he my Yasha, he my shelter in the time of a storm? But I don't want no storm to come against me, Jahid. It got to come against me. That's why I can testify and I can be a witness and say what the man done for me. The thing is what we have in the word, we have people giving a testimony. We have people telling you real events and situations that happen. We got people who held to them in the time of their storm. We got people who faltered and they fell away. If you're reading the book of, matter of fact, get me the book of Abarim chapter 11. I didn't want to be up here long, but I'm kind of feeling it now. I'm feeling it now. Go ahead. I don't even know who's supposed to be reading right now, but listen to the book.
Now, Amunah is the assurance in what is expected in it.
What's the English word they told you right there?
Now, the faith is the assurance in what is expected in it, and the conviction of things that is not seen. For by it, on the Zakanim that is gained approval. By faith, we understand that the ages were framed by the word of Elohim.
Matter of fact, hold right there. What he told you in the beginning, he said, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things unseen. By it, the Zakanim, the elders, obtained a good report. So guess what? Another translation, you know what they'll tell you? It say, now trusting is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. Guess what come forward to give me trust in somebody? A relationship, experience. Just like when we read earlier, tribulation worketh patience, patience worketh experience, experience worketh hope, and hope making not ashamed. Guess what? The reason why I'm not ashamed when situations happen to come against me is because I've got an experience with him. I have a relationship, so that's giving me a trust with him. Even when we go back and people argue the definition of, let me phrase that, what people will say, okay, well, it's not faith, it's amunah. All of these things come back to a point of trust. So all of these things come back to trusting him. So the thing is it's some people who would say, I trust him based off of what? You don't have no experience with him. It's people who say, I believe in him. Believe him for what? Just because he said it? No, I don't believe just because he said it. I believe it because he said it and he showed me the things he said. So that's giving me a relationship with him. Just like I was talking to somebody on the phone and they were talking about how he felt like Yahuwah was sending them and he was telling them to do certain things. And I told him, I said, well, this is the thing. I said, one, if he told you to do something, then I wouldn't draw back from it. If Yahuwah told me, we had a brother who, he was like, I'm coming down, I'm going to stay down, I'm not going to go back. And the thing is I was like, it's kind of 50-50 on that because you don't know how it's going to go. You don't know whether it's going to work. But the thing is if I truly believe that Yahuwah had told me to do it, then why would I draw back from it? Okay, so the thing is, so now when I draw back, that means either one or two things. Either one, he never told me, or two, I didn't believe it if he did tell me. So the thing is that come back to having a relationship. So the thing is, he wouldn't just come up and pop up and tell me to do something. And then they even said on the phone, they were like, I consider I didn't have things set up, but I consider Abraham when he was about to offer up his son. I said, okay, like that's okay. That's a fair thing to try to say. Okay, I'm with you. He's about to kill his son, and he's told him, stay your hand. Okay, but guess what he had before they ever got to that point? They had a relationship, so he already had an experience with him. So now when our relationship is being tested because I'm being put into a situation where this is a little bit bigger than what you done told me to do before, I can do that based off of we have a relationship. So that's why he didn't draw back and turn from what Yahuwah had told him to do, is because he had a relationship, and that relationship built trust. Yeah. Read that 11:1 again, Lee.
Yes, sir. Now, the amunah is the assurance in what is expected in it.
So it's safe to say that he was assured then, because he had a relationship. Mm-hmm. Come on.
And the conviction of things that is not seen.
And he had a conviction of the things that wasn't seen. Just like when he said, well, I know we're about to go to offer, but I don't see the lamb. He said, my Ben, Elohim will provide. Yeah. That was a conviction. Right. I know within me, without a shadow of a doubt, right. I know what's going to happen. Right. And the thing is, how we know that he didn't have a shadow of a doubt is because he did it. That's right. And he didn't delay on it. Just like when he said, when you bow to Yahuwah, he said, don't delay to pay it. That's the thing. A lot of us will say, Yahuwah, he done put it on me to do these things. He done put it on me to change my life. But then you defer to give him what it is that he asked for. The thing is, he's asked you for your life. He's asked you to dedicate your life to him. Why are you delaying to give him what he's asking for? And the thing is you keep wanting to hear the word. For what value? What value is it for you to hear the word if you're not going to commit yourself to it? What value is it for any one of us, from me to you, from the people behind the counter, people in the room right now? What good is it for you to keep coming to hear the word if you're not going to really give him what he's asking for? The thing is you make it look like his word don't work. When the reality is it works. You just ain't using it. So the thing is, we go out and people see it. They're like, man, you done failed. You done this. People hear about your mistakes, and his name get blasphemed among the Goyim, all because we keep saying, I'm Yehudi. I'm Yehudi. I'm with the Yahudim. We got shirts that do it. We'll make songs that do it. But then we go out and it's time for us to live. And what do? We deny him in our living. We cause situations and opportunity for people to blaspheme his Shem and say his word don't work. When the reality is he came to do what, Chris?
Save us.
He came to save his people from their sins. You make it look like his name ain't what his name is. Mm-hmm. His name is Yahusha. That's Yahuwah's salvation. Because we were in the captivity of sin, but he came to bring us out. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Mm-hmm. For by it, on the Zakanim, that is gained approval. Mm-hmm. By Amunah, we understand that the ages were framed by the Debar of Elohim, mm-hmm. to take out the things that are seen from visible things.
Matter of fact, we won't even have time to go through what I wanted with that. But what I was going to go down, you keep reading down. You know what he'll tell you? He'll tell you about all the different people who had different things that happened to them. But guess what? They still maintain their amunah. They still maintain their belief in Yahuwah based upon their relationship. Mm-hmm. Come on, get me Galatians chapter 5:1. Yeah, I want to look to wrap it up there. Believe it or not, we could have went a lot of places. But time don't allow. Not all the time. But the thing is as much as I might feel like time doesn't allow, if Yahuwah really wants you to hear what it is, he would allow time to permit. So the thing is now you got to wonder yourself, why is it that you really didn't hear what it is that the word that I or any messenger wanted to say? Just like when we read that first chapter of the book of Matthew, he said the messenger came forth and told him, he said, fear not. So the thing is what if the messenger would have said, well, I ain't going to get a message today. So the thing is, if the messenger hadn't given him the message, what would he have done? He wouldn't have taken her to be his wife. Because the thing is, he had that fear of doing it, so he wasn't going to do it. Mm-hmm. So he told him, fear not. And that's what led things to come into play. Just as much how we keep talking about how things happen to create a situation for other things to happen, for the fulfillment of other situations, had the messenger not spoke, he would have never gotten the message. So when any one of the messengers come forth, any one of Yahuwah's Malaki, his messengers come forth to bring forth the word, why do you think it is that he doesn't want you to hear the word? Problem's in you. Come on. Give me that Galatians chapter 5 and verse 1. Listen to the book.
And now stand fast in the freedom with which the Mashiach has made us free, and shall not return to conquer with the yoke of bondage. Mm-hmm.
So what are you telling them right there? Stand fast in it. So the same Yahusha who tried to tell them that they were captive, the same Yahusha that they told you in the first chapter of the book of Matthew, they called the book of Matthew at verse 21, when they told him, they said, call his name Yahusha because he shall save his people from his sin. Not can save, but shall save, which means he will do it. Matter of fact, I tell you what, let's do this. Who he was going to save? His people. His people from his sins. So guess what that means if he don't save you? You wasn't his people. It ain't going to be because he didn't do what he said. He didn't do what the Malaki said he was going to do. It's going to be because you weren't his people. Just like Yahusha told him, he said, if you continue in my word, then you my Talmudim indeed. You should know the truth, and the truth should make you free. Guess what happened if you're not free? You wasn't his Talmudim. You wasn't his taught one. So that's why you're not continuing. That's why you don't know the truth, because it was never for you. The thing is situations happen to give reason for the man to come into your life. Situations happen, captivity happened for us to be able to get a deliverance. And now in the 5th chapter of the book of Galatians, he's telling us to stand fast in that deliverance. Don't go back to the thing that's been holding you captive. Don't go back to sin, but stand firm in it. Come on. Start over Galatians chapter 5 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
And now stand fast in the freedom.
And now stand. Oh, I want to hit that because we almost got to choke for that. Let me dial that back a little bit. But I was really getting into it now. Come on. Galatians chapter 5
and now stand fast in the freedom.
And now stand fast in the freedom
with which the Mashiach has made us free.
That the Mashiach then came to loose us and make us free. And don't do what?
And shall not return to conquer with the yoke of bondage.
Don't go back to it, folks. Stand fast in it. Continue in the word. The man came to be the author of eternal salvation. So if I'm reading his book, I'm getting his information. When we're getting the writings, he's giving us the things that we need to take on eternal life, to maintain freedom, to not go back into the captivity. Preacher taught that when he preached it the other day, he was talking about all those who wrote and gave them the writings after they had came out of Mitzrayim. But guess what happened? They kept going back into different captivities. That's the same thing that happened. All of the Malachite, all of the messages of Yahuwah, we done come forth and kept bringing forth the word, Jay. How many times have we brought forth the word? But guess what happened? The people still keep falling into captivity. So guess what we have now? We have Yahusha, who has given us a word, and he's telling us, don't go back into sin. Don't go back to doing the same things that keep holding you captive. Loose yourself through my word. Because not me, but him, he is the author of eternal salvation. And at the 5 and 1 again, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
And now stand fast in the freedom.
And now stand fast in the freedom.
With which the Mashiach has made us free.
Yes, right.
And shall not return to conquer with the yoke of bondage.
That's right.
Behold, I shall say to you that if you be circumcised, the Mashiach shall be of no benefit to you. And I testify again this time to every East that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to do the entire Torah. Torah. You have derived from the Mashiach. You have you who are justified by the Torah. You have fallen from the Khan or Kassid. For we in the Ruach by the Amunah eagerly wait for the Yakal of Sadiq.
That's the thing. We're all waiting for that deliverance to come. It's people who tell you that they don't need Yahusha, but guess what? You think you don't need Yahusha, you're going to stay in bondage. You think that you can be saved only through the keeping of the law? No, you're going to need Yahusha because that's the true deliverance that came through. What did Bushah give us? He gave us the written law. But guess what Yahusha came to give us? He came to give us eternal life and eternal freedom. Stand fast in it and don't be entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Our hobby, stay free. Get free and stay free. Aman. How do you?
All right.
You are listening to Dr. Evie.